Another episode of Just Be Handy. This is an update on the radio that I installed, the Android radio. A lot of you asked, well, where did I put the rear camera? And as you can see, it's mounted right above the license plate, but I did put it into one of the busted up lenses I had. I drilled it in and then utilize the harness that runs through here on the back side of this cover, which is easily removed once you get the panel off from behind the tailgate. And it has a really nice wires that you can go alongside of and go through a nice waterproof grommet that sits in here. I don't want to go ripping everything up to show you guys. I know I've had a lot of questions as to what I did, but that's kind of what I did. I drilled the hole through here, siliconed it up really well, and ran the wire behind this piece and through the back. And then you basically have to take this panel off, and then I ran the wires up along here. And then the tough part was when I got to here, I had to use a really long zip tie, and I'll show you that later. And then basically I took this grommet off, ran the zip tie through everything, and that put me out here. Okay, this is what I used for fishing wires. I took a big 36-inch zip tie. See how the end is very sharp on that? And then it has this head. And I cut the head off of it so that I could use it for fishing through. And then the tip, I kind of rounded it off a little bit so it doesn't poke into other wires or get stuck on anything. And you could get these at like Ace Hardware or True Value for like $6 for 10 of them. So very well worth it, so that you could sneak the wires through here. You know, when you pull this off, you could sneak it through all the way and then just pull the wires through. You know, you put the electrical tape on the wire back on the back end, fish it through, and it'll work really well that way. Can run the wires down this way, and then behind this panel you could put the power wire to the reverse light to power up the camera, and then I ran the rest of the wire through this area just alongside that seam up on top, right through the top all the way to the front, and then down the front pillar and over to the radio from underneath the dash. And I'll get you a little closer look on that. Is that when I did do my my radio, I found out that the best placement for the GPS antenna was right there, and I was able to fish the line with that zip tie right down the main pillar there without having to take the pillar off. I just fished that wire through, pulled it through, and then made it go to the radio. Okay, now I wanted to show you some of the features that this radio can handle, and that is if you have one of these OBD2 readers. Let me get in here and show you that. Right here, you can put an OBD2 reader on there, and then it will Bluetooth into your radio. Alright, I'm going to turn on the car and see how this radio starts up. It's very quick. Put it in reverse. Camera starts up really quick. One of the features it has that is really nice, and I showed you I put the OBD2 reader on there, is it does come with torque. And if you set it up right, you could do your own custom screen I did one for fuel economy, and it's really nice. I could do the trip meter every time I fill up gas. So that's a nice feature. Go to the home screen. It does have the front-facing camera so that I could record things. It keeps constantly recording things on a chip and in the radio. I do have a rear camera that's not hooked up to here. I'll show you that later. But it's been nice. Look at how clear that is. You could basically get all the information you need in case of an accident. And I do need that because I have a 100-mile round trip to work. And the Wi-Fi works really well. It acts like an Android radio. Bluetooth, it connects to your phone really well. The only thing I wish it had is the voice calling, where you can say the person's name and call them. It does not, but you can do the list of people here, and I don't want to do that right now because it shows the phone number and the person's name. So it's nice that way, or you could just dial the phone, and when a phone call comes in, it does it right away. It does have Android Auto capability as a radio, and I've used the DVD player for when I have my kids in the car. What I did is I bypassed the brake and just grounded the wire so it works while you're driving. I did not do any auxiliary monitors to the back, but it has the capability of taking that. Again, it's been reliable. Hope you enjoyed. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope that this was informative.